Okay, in response to numerous requests, or to be more accurate, numerous people criticizing me for not doing this, I have decided to publish Hecate's Bards as a paperback edition. So now you can enjoy my stories with the added bonus of knowing you have killed a tree. I'm just kidding, I also prefer physical books to ebooks. But honestly, I thought it would be a bigger investment, and so I was a bit reluctant to make it. But now that I have made it, well, it's time to sell it. Since I've already given you some free samples in this channel, this time I'm just going to read you some intros in the hopes of triggering your curiosity. Okay? The sun had just begun to rise when my 3 escorts and I departed on our journey. We traveled with haste through a forest of such blinding darkness that, being there for the first time, an experienced traveler would have needed the aid of a torch even during the day. My escorts, however, knew the paths very well. It was not the first time I had entered the forest, but I had never got so deep before. I had no right to feel disappointed. It was terrifying. The travelling merchant John Green returned one night to his village after a whole year on the road. He arrived at the worst of times. Exploiting his expertise, he led his carriage through the main path until he could see the first houses floating in the fog. The sight filled his heart with joy, for it meant that he was near his home, and he longed to see his wife and his little son, who would by then be turning 2 years old. But the tragedy that lay hidden under the grey veil appeared to him in full colour through his sense of smell. A soft breeze overwhelmed him with a stench that made him immediately nauseous. At first, he couldn't identify its contents, but soon his memory led him back to his years in the army. It was the smell of blood. In the city hall of Gleeman Hills, hanging from a wall in the mayor's office, there is a map which portrays our town as an area of unpretentious slopes a few kilometers south from River Blacksand. At a point near the bridge, on the southern shores of that river, rests a small swamp called the Blackpool. But that map is over 200 years old now. We do not know exactly when the swamp began to grow, but today its cloaking vegetation and its gaping waters have surrounded the town almost completely. We can no longer see the river nor the neighboring cities of Whitefields and Allensville. We do not even know if those cities still exist. That's it. I hope it has sparked your interest, at least enough for you to buy the book. If you don't want to read it, I'm fine with that. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.